All right. I just tried using the record function on Canvas and it didn't work and it said there was an error. So let's try round two of this. I think I remember most of what I said. There were two main bits of media this week that resonated with me. The first one was the video on the Navy SEALs. So I'm a Navy veteran myself. I'm definitely not a SEAL. But as I was watching that video, it just reminded me of a couple scenarios I had to go through when I was in the service. And so the first one was in boot camp, and everyone has to go through this, but you actually have to go into a gas chamber and yeah, breathe in gas. It's not a great experience. But you go in with your gas mask on, and then at some point you take it off. You have to say a couple things, and then once you've passed that, then they'll let you outside. And the second one was when I got to my ship. So when everyone gets to the fleet, you actually have to get pepper sprayed. So they use OC spray. It's like military grade pepper spray. And then after you get sprayed, you then have to go through this like combat obstacle course and disarm people and fight people and stuff. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I remember at the time I was thinking like, oh, this is just so we know how we're going to react if we get pepper sprayed or if if there's tear gas or something. But I never really thought about like how the brain, reacts to it, how it kind of builds up resiliency, how you can kind of change, that fight or flight response, and you can do it consciously until watching the SEALs video and then taking this class. And so it's cool in retrospect now having that context and really kind of having a better understanding of, how our brains change the way we react over time. Um, and then the second thing that I found really, really interesting this week was the Scientific American article, The Neuroscience of True Grit, talking about resiliency. Resiliency is something I'm never really sure how to feel about it. Because yeah, I want to respect when people show resiliency, but in order for someone to demonstrate that they have resiliency, they have to be in like a really stressful or just bad situation. And so I don't know, like I know as a society we respect that. We're like, oh, it's great that you're so resilient, but I don't know. It'd be nice if people didn't have to, be going through horribly adverse times. But in that article, the one point that really resonated with me was when it mentioned like going through disease. And so my brain thought back to COVID when the pandemic first started. And I remember thinking like how quickly all of society adjusted to this like new normal of, not really being able to be social, not going out to like restaurants and bars and things. And how at first that seemed so weird, but then as soon as like the shock wore off, everyone pretty much seemed fine with it. And then on the other end of it, how quickly things pretty much got back to normal. And now, it's pretty much how it was before COVID started. I would like to think people still wear masks or are distancing if they test positive. But yeah, and now we've adapted back to life kind of pre-COVID times. And so just, that demonstration of resiliency, especially in something that impacts the entire planet, like all of society, is something that, yeah, that I thought that Scientific American article, as I was reading it, I was like, oh man, this is really pertinent to this. Anyway, sorry if there's sounds. My kitten started playing with a toy halfway through this video, but hopefully this one works. I'll try uploading it.